What's up, everyone? Mule Kick Media, and yesterday, The Walking Dead Season 7 Comic Con trailer was released by AMC. Um, it's got a very mixed reception from the Walking Dead community. Some people love the trailer. I know quite a few who don't like it, but today I'm going to be giving you my review on the trailer, but also going to be doing a bit of an analysis as well as to some of the stuff that they announced during the trailer, or at least the trailer showed off. Because there are some comic book parts that some people didn't understand, some people saying that certain characters appeared, and things like that, so I want to cover that as well. But first, let's get into the review of the actual trailer. Now, for the trailer, I thought it was very good. I didn't think it was as good as Season 6's or Season 5's, and to some extent Season 4's, but I still liked it. I did accept that I don't think it was going to show as much stuff because, of course, they were quite limited as to what they could show. They had to try and show new stuff for Season 7 without spoiling who dies in the opening episode, which I still think they did pretty well. We still got to see some stuff of Negan and his base, but we also got to see some stuff of, other places that we're going to be going to, such as the Kingdom, and meeting other people, but I'll talk to them later. The trailer was very good, and at least it, gets us prepared for what it's going to be like with Negan. Like, I definitely got a sense of his power during the trailer just from the couple of scenes that we did see him in it, and it was pretty cool. I do like the trailer. Like I said, I don't think it's the best one, but it certainly wasn't terrible. Definitely still hyped for Season 7, even if the finale kind of was a bit of a piss take, to be honest. In terms of, scores, I don't really bother with trailer scores. There's no point. I've seen people give this trailer a score. It's like, what's the point? You can only judge so much off a trailer anyway. So, I thought it was a good trailer. Very good by AMC, what they were able to show without spoiling too much. So, yeah, I like the trailer. That's enough said. Now let's get into the analysis part of the video. This is basically where I'm just going to break down some of the stuff that we saw in the trailer, which, can show some parts from the comics, or could give us an insight as to what's going to happen on the show. Now, I'm not going to bother with like the first, I think, like a minute and a half worth of footage, because literally all it was like this montage sequence of all the people who could possibly get Lucille, and basically their character and story arcs that they've gone through over the past 6 seasons of The Walking Dead. It was kind of a cool way to open it, but I kind of expected them to do that because they're going to milk this, aren't they? Who the hell's going to die in the first episode? Come on, we all know it's going to be either Glenn or Abraham. It's got to be one of those two, easily. So we carry on to the trailer. We get to see a bit more of the Kingdom. Now, for those of you who don't know who the Kingdom are, they are essentially another group around the Alexandria area. They are friendly. They're kind of very militaristic in their aims, but whereas the Saviors are more of the bad side of how you take a military approach to the zombie apocalypse, this is essentially the good way of doing it. So these are the good guys. Don't be intimidated by all the fancy talk. They are the good guys. They are with the survivors eventually, so don't worry. Then we move on into the trailer. We get to see a bit of Negan's base, which is kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see what the atmosphere is like, whether people, agree with what Negan does, or whether they have to do it reluctantly. It's going to be pretty cool to see the tension that's created by that. And then we have this shot here. Now, this shot was really starting to fuzz online, because a lot of people have been trying to guess who these two people are in the background, while Negan is obviously Lucilleing the crap out of someone. I think the one on the left kind of looks a bit like, the one on the right kind of looks a bit like Rosita. I have no clue who the guy on the left is. You can speculate all you want. I'm not even sure the person on the right is actually Rosita. Like I said, it's very hard to tell because it's a very dark and dimly lit image. I've tried my best to view it as like a high definition I can, but it's really difficult. So you'll have to make up your own thing as to who you think that is. But yeah, let's just carry on from that. Just go more into the trailer. So now we see this picture here of Lucille dripped with blood. This is kind of a cool shot, I'm not going to lie. Just seeing Lucille all dripped up in blood, it's kind of like a haunting imagery. This is probably going to be after he kills the said person with Lucille. Although there are rumors somewhere that I've heard that 2 people are actually going to be dying on this, which is Glenn and Abraham. Not confirmed, but it's just been going around quite a lot on Walking Dead spoiler forums. And then we have this shot here, which I really liked. It's basically just Negan walking down, like, in his base area with Lucille, and everyone gets on their knees and has to, kneel to him. And this is really good. I mean, even his own henchman, like Dwight, is obviously one of his henchmen, and even he has to kneel down. It really does show Negan's authority and power and how much control he has over everyone. And I can't wait to see what Jeffrey Dean Morgan is going to do with the role. I mean, he's an incredible actor, and I can't wait to see what he does. And then we have this here. Now, believe it or not, this is actually Sherry, Dwight's wife, who we saw earlier on in season 6 of The Walking Dead. I believe it was the episode Always Accountable. I can't remember which number episode that was, but it was that episode. And she looks a bit different in this one because I think she's like, her hair color, it's been dyed. I think it is, because originally when I saw the trailer, I didn't recognize this was her. But then upon looking at it a second time, I was like, yeah, that's definitely Sherry. Now, if you want to know what Sherry's role in the comics is, she and Dwight were essentially, together. I believe they were married, if I'm remembering correctly from the comics. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are married. I've just remembered now. But what happens is that when they join the Saviors, because of Negan's high demands, he'll only keep them in if Sherry becomes one of his many wives. Because in the comics, Negan has many, many wives, and he says he'll let them stay if she becomes his wife. But as a result, they essentially can't see each other ever again, which is probably the reason why they escaped the Saviors, and we saw them in that episode. But they obviously must have got captured, and as a punishment, Dwight got his face burned. It's a bit different to how it is in the comics, but like I said, The Walking Dead always changes it up from the comics on the TV show, but which I kind of like because it just keeps you guessing and it gives alternate ways of how characters can die. But I'm interested to see what happens here. I mean, she sounds really fearful of Negan, uh, probably because of what he's done to her, how her and Dwight essentially can't see each other. And yeah, I can't wait to see the conflict that season 6 is going to cause. Get another shot there of Negan just hitting someone. Come on, that shot's never going to get old, is it? And then we have this shot here. Now, a lot of people have been trying to say that the person behind Negan here is actually Daryl. I don't think this is Daryl at all. It just doesn't look like him. Like it just doesn't remind me of Daryl, because number one, his hair doesn't seem to, you know, it just seems a bit darker than usual. And just in general, sometimes when I look at this, I actually do think it's a woman behind him. I don't know, but I just don't think it's Daryl. I'm like 90% sure that this is not Daryl in the background. It's because there's like been a load of rumors that Daryl essentially gets captured by Negan. He doesn't die in the first episode. He gets taken hostage because there have been set photos leaked of him like walking around, in this like prison suit of sorts, and he's with Negan. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Daryl won't die. That's a bold prediction there. And then we have Dwight here, who's actually wearing Daryl's like vest or jacket. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, someone pointing this out to me on Facebook, and yeah, this kind of looks cool. And then we have this shot here of Negan just knocking on Alexandria's fence. I love this shot right here. I'm guessing this is where he's coming in expecting, some supplies, or else he's gonna seal the crap out of someone again. But I just love this shot. It's awesome. And then straight after that, we get introduced to Ezekiel, who is the leader of the kingdom, or king of the kingdoms, if you want to put it in that way. I can't wait to see what the kingdom's going to be like. It looks awesome. And then we have this scene here, which a lot of people have been asking me, is this Daryl on the motorbike? I don't think this is Daryl on the motorbike at all. I mean, AMC would not be stupid enough to put a character in there, like, try and tease him in there, but we'd be able to notice it. Like, they just wouldn't do that. The AMC are not that dumb. They might be dumb enough to do the most bullshit cliffhangers in The Walking Dead, but they're definitely not dumb enough to put Daryl in a trailer and for us all to notice it. Plus, if you actually look carefully, it's actually Dwight, because he's wearing the same jacket as what we saw earlier on in the trailer. So I think this is Dwight. I don't think this is Daryl. Sorry, just Arkin, but Daryl does not appear in this trailer. I'm very sorry. Then we get this shot here of Stephen Ogg, aka Trevor, who most of you will probably know him better as. And yeah, we have him here with a bunch of other people. And the weird thing is, like, the second person behind him, like, directly behind him above his head, is it just me, or does he look a bit like T-Dog? Like, you let me know in the comments, but when I watch this, he definitely looks a teeny bit like T-Dog. And then we have Shiva, Ezekiel's tiger, and I want to know, is this actually CGI, or is this an actual tiger? I mean, it's really weird. I can't tell by it, but I just want to see this tiger, like, just blatantly murder some people. It's going to be awesome to see the tiger. I mean, the fact they're actually doing it, like, I question whether they would even go ahead and do the tiger, whether it would be something like more, how you say, budgetable for TV or a lot easier to do. But no, they're actually doing a freaking tiger, which looks kind of badass and can't wait to see it. And then afterwards, like at the end of it, we get Tara and whatever the guy's name is, Heath, I think it is, the black guy who Glenn hangs around with usually. We get a bit with them in a gunfight with someone, and that is it for the Season 7 Comic Con trailer. Like I said, I did like it. I don't think it was as good as the previous trailers we'd got, but like I said, they were limited to what they could and couldn't show, and for what they showed, I thought it was very, very good. But that's it for the video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to do a similar thing for the Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 trailer, then let me know in the comment section, and I will try and do my best to upload it for tomorrow, or maybe Monday. I'll see which day suits me better, but with that all being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again next time, and commence the hype for Walking Dead Season 7.